to The Core on the Upper Room with Joe Kelley. WVOF. Keep it locked, baby.
And this is the Upper Room with Joe Kelley right here on 88.5 WVOF in Fairfield, Connecticut. And you just heard the title track from a great band out of the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul, The Core. And we heard Metropolis. And we're going to welcome 3 members of the organization from The Core. First, we've got A.D. Adonis Frazier.
All right.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
Okay. And Toki Wright.
How you doing?
Okay. And, of course, the mentor and I guess manager and I don't know what title, but you do it all. It's Damon Dickson, formerly of
with the plan.
The man with the plan. Okay, you said it right there. Formerly of Prince and the New Power Generation, integral member of the Minneapolis music scene. So I welcome the fellas to the show, and thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So the way we got it, all 3 members are in different locations, and I guess that's what it is in the modern day music biz.
That's technology.
Yeah, right. So take us into the beginning of The Core and putting the group together and recording Metropolis. How did it come about?
Go ahead, Toki. You can go ahead and answer that question. Oh, you might want to start without me. I'm in the elevator.
Okay.
Get out of the elevator, man. We told you about being in them closet rooms.
Well, it started out, I was working with a producer that we have in common now by the name of Reggie Henderson, Third Eye, and also working with another guy by the name of Tremaine Carter. And Toki was also working with Tremaine Carter, but we were separate, 2 separate groups. And Tremaine had pulled me away from my group and kind of just did the same to Toki, and we all ended up hooking up with Reggie and Xavier from Flight Time, and we were supposed to just do one track, and a little party track, and it ended up being a whole project. And we were like, well, we're doing all these songs, we better come up with a name of a group.
Yeah, right.
And we ended up forming The Core, and Damon had always been around, and he was the man with all the experience, and we had all this unchanneled energy. He stepped in and became our mentor and showed us what we needed to do.
So Damon, what was the first order of business to get the group on the right track?
For me, more or less, I'd sit down with the guys just to talk to them and let them know what it was that I was going to be doing. So forth is putting together the shows, what kind of attitude you should have, where your energy should be, just overall putting ideas together for what's going on in the going on stage.
Damon pretty much got us from being all over the place to have some sort of form.
Right.
We had, like the 80s, man, we had a lot of unchanneled energy.
Yeah, very unchanneled.
Right. Very unchanneled.
But at all, they still had they had energy, but it just wasn't channeled to where they, was putting it more toward themselves.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And to bring that across is my first order was just to put together a stage show full of energy, make them have an opening skit, things that you can do in the beginning to draw people's attention to what you're doing, as well as listening to your lyrics and bringing your lyrics across to them on stage, sort of like a theatrical play.
Well, let me ask you guys about the difference on bringing a modern-day hip-hop concert and getting their attention as opposed to kind of a 80s, 90s R&B funk group. Are the different kinds of audience tougher today?
Fellas?
Yeah, anybody there? Is it tougher to grab an audience today as opposed to when you were on tour, Damon?
Today, I think it is because there's a lot of groups out here that are putting out a lot of the, negative type vibes, and nobody's really playing music anymore, and unless you're talking about, you know, your baby's mama drama or you know, your baby back, all that kind of stuff. You know, that seems to be what everybody's kind of catering to, is that hoochie mama type style of music that's out there now.
How much you bling in?
Yeah, I got all the money, and I'm rolling in my, you know, in my rims is 18, 19 inches, and I got the spinners, and you know, and that's what's in their song. Yeah,
I drive an '89 Grand Prix.
Okay, there he is, an honest man.
I got a '95 Grand Am.
Okay,
rolling, dog. I got you.
You know, y'all both beat me. I got a Taurus that's about to fall out.
Hey.
Yeah, I got a Sable.
Big thing with the way we make our music is being honest about what we're saying.
Yeah. So if you just tuned in, my special guests right now are the members of the Core out of Minneapolis, and we have Toki and also Adonis, Frazier, AD, and their mentor, the man with the plan, Damon Dickson. And I should ask Toki and AD about, you guys are the primary writers for the group, and you, how do you bring your own lyrics and songs into it and work together so well?
More so now, we've been sitting down, coming up with more concepts for our newer project. The Metropolis album, the concept came from looking at our city, looking at Minneapolis, St. Paul as this big area where, people on different sides of different things, but we all come together, we all find a common bond, be it through music or be it through talking about issues, dealing with issues. And I know that I don't know. Go ahead, AD.
I was going to say, well put.
Yeah, well put to me. That sounded like where it come from to me.
He's out of the elevator, Toki's. He's all right.
All right.
No, and definitely our new music, making sure that we're saying things and conveying messages that are going to be useful for their lives. Having useful, not just making songs and not just making rhymes, but making music that lasts and making giving messages that are important. Yeah. Whether you get richer from it or not.
Yeah, people, I think, respect music that is real, the stuff that they can relate to, as opposed to what's going on in real life. A lot of times when I sit down with Prince and we were talking about music all the time, his thing was, he writes a lot of stuff on self-experiences, things that he may have experienced at one point or another in his life, and that in itself sells, no matter how you put it across, And with these guys, I told them the same thing, start talking about some of them things you may have had issues with. It could be about a job you had, the way the boss treated you. It could be, we try to get away from them relationship things. There's a whole bunch of those going around where you can find stories in, but everybody talks about that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I also was telling them, when you do your album, the next albums that you do, try to put it in concept with what you can bring across on stage as to make it like a story or like a play that, each segment, each song will have a, lead to something. Make it surround something,
Right.
And we should get into one of those songs right now that's talking about real life and real thoughts. It's Blood, Sweat, which features some special guests on the record. Who are these folks you got joining in on this record?
We have on Blood, Sweat, we have a guy by the name of Jay. That's a good friend of ours and had a career in Minneapolis as a singer. Then on Streets, what's that song called?
Slow It Down.
Yeah, Slow It Down. We have all these songs, and we call it something else other than what it's called on the CD.
Oh, okay.
Slow It Down, we have...
so you gave me the... Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry?
No, you go ahead.
We have Larissa Ray that's on there. She's a vocalist, also from the Twin Cities, that's doing big things.
So we'll drop.
You got
Joe
Claire is on doing some comedy, and also also Tory Hunter from the Twins, and a guy named Slug from a group called Atmosphere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with them. So we'll listen to this right now. This is from the Core's CD, Metropolis. Toki, AD, and Damon Dickson are here. And you can go to the website right now. Soon to be updated. They got a great message board and forum up there. So you can go to thecore.biz and sign up and start posting and getting involved with the band. And we'll come back and speak more with the fellas in just a few moments. And that's another song from The Core, from their great CD, Metropolis, and it's called Blood, Sweat. We have Adonis, Frazier, AD, Toki, and Damon Dickson here, and they're out of Minneapolis. And so you guys, everybody's living basically in Minneapolis or surrounding areas?
Yeah. We all live in the Metropolis, somewhere around this place here.
Right.
Yeah, maybe.
And you've got a couple shows coming up in the next few weeks. You want to give us the information for that?
Go ahead, Toki.
May 29th, we have a show at the Quest Club downtown Minneapolis.
Formerly Glam Slam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And,
how's it look? Does it look a lot different than when it was Glam Slam?
Yeah. I'd say the only thing different is that they changed the logo on the building and everything, and that. Other than that, you don't see the big print sign sitting in the middle of the floor or hanging above anymore. It's a whole different thing. But
I'm glad Damon answered that question because I wasn't old enough to get into it.
Oh, so hey! You ain't even got to go into old enough to be in that now.
I don't mean nothing about that, you know.
I heard what you said, though, bro. But it's cool. It's cool.
You work us in the ground, man. You work us in the ground. You know, you work circles around us. Ain't nothing about no age going on here.
Oh man. So that's the upcoming the 29th. You said.
Yeah, the 29th, and we also. The conference we helped put on in Minneapolis called the Twin Cities Celebration of Hip Hop.
Okay.
Which is August 28th and 29th to bring in national artists and local artists, have concerts, workshops. It's just a big festival. Have a few thousand people come out.
So how? Yeah.
Then June 19th, the summer solstice. Somerset, Wisconsin. Yeah, Somerset, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Where they get rowdy.
Oh, okay. So you need
some festival, a lot of techno DJs, house DJs,
and
hip-hop.
You can go to the core.biz and they've got all the information in the news section and come out to the shows. I mean, support the band.
Out. Everybody, you're more than welcome to come through. And we like it. You know, when we do a show, you try to get interactive and get people involved and sweat on them. Break stuff over their heads. He's on stage dive this next show. Stage diving.
Right.
This time, all right.
So how about to pick up the Core CD? Where should people head on over to buy it?
You can get it by going to cdbaby.com.
Okay.
It's available at Best Buy at a few places in the Midwest.
BestBuy.com.
BestBuy.com. You can also get it on undergroundhiphop.com. And you can catch me on the street.
Yeah, you might catch one of us. You know, we got them in the trunk, and, in the glove compartment. We got them.
Hey, that's the way you got to do it. You're independent guys, and come out to the show, bring some extra money, and pick up a CD right there. So. Hey, I wanted to go around and ask you guys individually about your first initiation into music and what brought you into this game. I guess let's ask Adonis first. Find out what got you into music.
Got me into music. I've always been around music my whole life. I was around Andre Simone and all of them when I was younger.
Yeah, he was the first guy I ever interviewed in radio.
Wow,
way back in '83. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a cousin of mine.
Oh, okay. Say hi to him. Yeah.
All right. And so I've always been around music, you know, in the church and everything else. My grandfather's a bishop, so it's just kind of in my blood. But as far as hip-hop, I used to just try to freestyle all the time when I was a kid. I remember there was a particular incident in elementary school where these guys were like, okay, yeah, we're going to sign up for this talent show. And I'm the youngest out of everybody. They say, yeah, I'm a DJ, I'm a dance, and AD can rap. And I was thinking, oh, my God, I don't know how to rap.
Uh-huh.
So I went and stood in front of the mirror and tried to think of every rhyming word that I possibly could. And that's just kind of how it started, not just freestyling around the house and around the gym or whatever. And then I ended up hooking up with Toki, and he made me step my game up to another level.
So do you remember the first album or CD you ever bought?
The first CD I ever bought?
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you because it wasn't CDs; it was tapes back then.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you.
So what were you listening to back then?
I listened to Digital Underground, PE, The Cookie Crew, Salt and Pepper, KRS-One, you name it, Rod Bass, you name it, I was listening to it. Prince, gospel music, whatever was fitting the tape deck, I was playing it.
Right. So how about your Uncle Andre? Is he your uncle, right?
Yeah, my cousin.
Oh, your cousin. He's still making music, producing stuff?
Yeah, he's doing some music. He does a lot of scores for movies and stuff, but he's getting more off into film now.
Oh, okay. So that's cool.
Yeah, he said music only did so much for him. Now it's time for him to change the game a little bit.
So that's
speaking of film.
Yeah.
A little plug. We're in a movie called Justice. We have a couple songs on the soundtrack.
Plug. Hey, get all the plugs out. Now's the time. So that Toki, let me ask you, how'd you get into music and take us into collaborating with AD and?
Sure. I don't know. I grew up in a house where music was always played very loud, and we'd run around and sing songs, things like that. But I really got into writing. Started off writing poetry and kind of just developed into like a natural progression, getting older to get into rhyme. First tape I ever bought, or first hip hop tape that was ever bought in my house was Fat Boy's Crushing. So I always thought it was witty how they came up with the little phrases and how people put words together, and that kind of got me into writing different things. And when I got to high school, in junior high, I remember my first show actually, or my first opportunity to get on the microphone. I was too scared to grab the microphone, and I vowed ever since that day to always take my opportunity to get up there. In high school, I put together a talent show at my school and performed in it, and it's kind of developed from there. And started doing more shows in the community. So was on the north side, and there wasn't a whole lot of opportunities for kids to get on a microphone and speak.
Right.
So they started making their own shows, doing our own little parties and rapping at our own parties and getting out and meeting new people, and eventually, me and AD met. History.
And they've been working together, writing great tracks and great lyrics, and I'm glad you guys have hooked up. Yeah. And we talked to the man with the plan, who's been in this business for quite a while, Damon Dickson. So take us back to when you were getting into music and still to this day. What's been going on?
Man, wow! I don't want to sound like a dinosaur here, but
that's all right.
Well, Abe came out first.
Yeah, right.
He let us free, and he was back then kumbaya, And I think my first experience with music was the blues, and my mother and father was heavy into Aretha Franklin, James Brown, B.B. King, Albert King, you name them. Back then, Bobby Blue Bland, everybody, man.
Oh, yeah.
It was just, that's what I always heard growing up was, blues and R&B. And then as I grew and I think by the time I was in high school is when I started, getting a taste of what I liked to hear, which was, Parliament, George Clinton and them guys, the Blackbirds, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Now, these are the fellas I thought that was rapping back then.
Right.
Okay, before rap even became known as rap. These guys was, it was off the hook then. I thought they was like, wow, these dudes, they're not singing, they're talking, and that stuff caught my eye. And that was like the first stuff that ever came about, that I remember. And then, of course, when the 80s kicked in and Beat Street came out and all that stuff, it was like, oh, okay, here we go. This is what it's all about, and it was cool, but I still was into the R&B, a lot, and that's where I felt. My first concert I ever went to was a James Brown concert, and they couldn't make me sit down.
Right.
I was up mocking him the whole show.
Right.
I had seen him enough on TV and knew what he was going to do. So, and that in itself was my, energy, and that made me like really want to do what he was doing on stage. And James just had all this energy. If you ever see any tapes of when James was playing, you'd be like, man, where'd it come from? So that was my first experience of coming into the music and stuff. And then as we got into the 80s and all the hip hop stuff started coming about, and I was into breakdancing and all the other stuff that started happening. It was like, wow, man, this is what I want to do. And I was playing drums when I was young, and I got into playing percussion with some groups when I was where I was from in Texas, and that was my first taste of being in a band. And I was like, man, I like this, being in front of people and seeing people really enjoying what you're doing, and then giving them a show. When they get through, they're like, man, you really was moving. And I'm like,
right.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. And as the time went on, I moved here to Minnesota and met a couple of other guys that I started hanging out with when Purple Rain started getting filmed. And at that time, me and one guy, Tony Mosley, we put together a little duet group called To Be Rude. And we went out and won a bunch of dance contests until we got an opportunity to be in Purple Rain. And then we ran into one of the other guys who had become a part of the band when we got with Prince, named Kurt Johnson.
That's right, yeah.
And we formed a couple groups. One was called Split Level, which was our dance name. And we used that up until we formed a band together in the late 80s called MPLS. And people kept asking us why did we name ourselves that. We were like, well, it's just we had a long name, and to make it short, it was called MPLS, and everybody kept thinking, oh, you guys named yourself after Minneapolis. We was like, no, we named the group Multi-Talented Players Laying Sound.
Okay.
And to put that on a marquee on anywhere,
right.
Well, on a banner, it would have been too much, so we just said MPLS, So after we did that and we landed a job with Prince, everything from there just went to, making everybody's dream come true, of being a part of something that was big and really showing everybody's talent. And that's where it came from. We were just excited to do music and to be with someone that had, that much talent, and then to be there and be around it. It was a learning experience.
Yeah, traveled the world.
Yeah.
Great records. And
so everything I learned from that, I try to stick into these guys because I think they are great talent. And if anybody wants to come and check them out, they really need to come watch these guys. If they want to see true hip-hop stuff, and then see a group of guys that actually understands what it's like to perform and put on a show for somebody and want them to come back and check them out, these are the people they need to see, the core.
Yeah, the core and the core.biz. They got a couple shows coming up, and at the Quest on May 29th, and then you can be at the Solstice in Wisconsin. Is that it?
Yep, Somerset.
So yeah, that should be real hot. All the information, the core.biz. There's gonna be a new.
Yeah, hopefully we can come out your way.
Yeah, we have bands come to the studio all the time, so. All right. Yeah, we'd love to have.
Yeah,
kick
exactly. Kick back.
Yeah, that's right.
They say the upper room got champagne and honey sitting around all the time. That's
the champagne room, though.
I don't know. I gave up the drinking a long time ago, but
that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, but we always have a party. It's live here, so you guys are welcome to come by. So
okay,
yeah,
all right, that's cool.
You know, the guys are multi-talented, and you know, we should also make mention. Adonis AD is a professional boxer.
Yeah.
What's the latest for in the ring for you?
Well, we were supposed to have a fight April 30th on ESPN, but the guy had injured his shoulder. So now they just told us to stay training, stay ready.
How tough is that for a boxer to you know, after getting the mindset?
Balance the two?
Yeah, well, not that. Just you're ready for a fight, and then all of a sudden, wow, it's tough.
Oh, it's serious. I mean, it's hard, but you know, it's part of the game. I've been going through it even in the amateurs when I was fighting. You know, you never know what's going to happen, and as in life with anything, you know, all you can do is prepare and take what comes.
Right,
you know?
And everybody in the group seems to be really into the health thing, right? Yeah, I know Damon. Yeah. You've got a lot of other things going on, right?
Yeah. I mean, I right now, you know, it's like you know, with the way things are going with people's lives and you know, eating habits and keeping in shape. I've been the other brother, Kirk Johnson, who was you know part of Prince with us. He's been into this health thing. You know, ever since his mother passed, unfortunately, from complications of diabetes and other stuff, he had really thrown himself into this exercise thing, and at the same time, I had started putting together some workout stuff. Actually, AD, him and his father, them had me come to their gym and start doing aerobics with the boxers, dance aerobics. So we started last year sometime, and then we broke off for a little bit, and then we picked it back up now, and it's like the aerobic thing is something that we're doing to try to keep everybody in shape. And I encourage, you know, AD, Toki, anybody that's in music to even do that because, you know, on stage, I mean, you may not think of it as a workout. You may not think of it as you're putting your energy there anywhere or working, but you work. And if you're not, you know, walking back and forth is fine, but, you know, to put on a show to make people want to come see you and they see how much energy you have, you know, it's a big thing to me, you know.
Yeah,
and
I can second that because Damon's a drill instructor.
and yeah, I was going to ask.
Amen,
Right.
Amen.
Right. So Toki stays fit as well, and you guys are ready for the stage, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're definitely ready. I mean, I tell them, I have this saying that I tell them whenever they get ready to do a show, is that what is that I tell y'all every time?
We
rock the party that rocks the house.
Yeah. You know, you can't let a party rock you. You got to rock the party.
Yeah.
You can't go into a club and expect to put on a show, and then people start you know, they're more or less partying harder than you.
Right.
You know, you want them to be, you know, you want to be able to rock them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so your energy level you put out will make them party.
That's why Toki's the marathon man. He runs marathons.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'm training for a marathon right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where are you going to run?
It's Twin Cities Marathon.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty much a race around the cities and the lakes.
Man, this dude's like Forrest Gump. I try to get him to go run with me, you know, when I'm getting ready for a fight and whatnot, and this dude runs me in the ground. And I'm like, all right, man, I'm done. I'll meet you back at the house and stuff.
And this dude be exaggerating.
Tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And then he's also, the cool thing about this, too, is we're all family, and Toki's going to start working as the second in the corners with us.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Right.
So what level do you fight as weight?
I'm sorry?
What weight do you count?
Super middleweight.
Oh, super middle. Okay.
When I'm in shape and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay.
When I'm not eating McDonald's and whatnot.
Oh,
So I don't smoke or drink or nothing like that.
Oh, you put it in.
But you know, the junk food is my vice.
Yeah, a lot of ours. So we've got three guys from affiliate with the Core, Toki, AD, and Damon Dickson, and they got a lot of things coming up this summer and working on new material as well. What's happening in the studio with the new tracks, and how you guys putting this together?
We've definitely been sitting down and making sure that we make music that is as good as the show we put on, and making sure that the music is not just making songs and not just making raps, but making, not just making verses that are funny but actually having some substance. Making sure that if we did break our legs tomorrow, God forbid that the music, the words could stand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. That you wouldn't be, your family wouldn't be ashamed of that last record, right?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And and the music, and if the music is good, that's only going to enhance the show that much more and make us want to feel what we're doing, feel what we're performing.
How about for hip hop artists getting out there to play live? Is it tough in the Twin Cities to get to book gigs and get everybody out there?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of hip hop going on in the Twin Cities right now. It's just that it just depends on how much good hip hop there is. You know what I mean? So, I mean, there are a lot of people that you can make a tape in your basement. You don't need don't need much to say that you're rapping, say that you're an artist or whatever. But I mean, we kind of got to a point where we don't want to be done. We don't want anybody to do us wrong when we are doing the show. So a lot of times we put the shows on ourselves.
Yeah.
And do our own advertising and market it.
And the website, you can find out thecore.biz, and we should also give a lot of respect to Laura Guyton for taking care of things for you guys. And so BLD Enterprises.
Yeah, she's a hard-working lady.
Yeah, you got to have someone like that in your corner. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, I know you guys love working together with each other, but if you guys had the opportunity to bring somebody else to work on some of your tracks and perform with you, do you have some names in mind?
I'm sorry, my phone was cutting out. I didn't.
Oh, that's okay. If you had a chance to work with some other people in the music business to work on your records, who would you invite down? Yeah. Who would you invite down? We're giving you a limited.
That's a weird question. That's funny, and nobody's ever asked us that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's real.
So now, don't evade the question and ask it.
You got me. I'd say I'd be interested in working with Pete Rock.
And
a lot of producers. I'm interested in getting into hearing a lot of rock artists and doing stuff with rock and roll and techno, drum and bass. Nobody in particular, just as long as it's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'd have to say I'd like to do some work with Prince.
Now you got a couple of weeks. He's got a little break. You gotta ring him up.
Yeah,
Right.
We're gonna hit him up. As a matter of fact, when we get off this phone call, we're gonna go ahead. Damon's gonna go ahead and holler at him.
There you go.
I'm gonna holler at him, all right.
Let's set up a line.
I'm gonna holler at him and stuff after he pull out his Bible on me. That's about all,
Other than that, I'm like, I'd like to do something with Outkast. Yeah, that'd be real interesting.
Right.
Other than that, I'm more along the lines of Toki. Anybody who's just bringing the heat.
Yeah, you guys.
Something soulful. It could be something, rock and roll. It could be a country star. I don't care as long as it's good.
Right.
Yeah, because some of the best talent is hidden anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They're not out there yet. So whoever's bringing the heat, I'd like to work with.
And Damon's been I mean, he's worked with some of the best, and now working with you guys, modern day best. And hey, Damon, let me ask you: do you still keep in contact with a lot of the old fellas from the NPG?
I'm pretty much. I mean, me and Kirk are in touch a lot more than everybody else because we're into this workout fitness thing that we're doing now.
Yeah, KAJ.us, right?
Huh?
His website, KAJ.us.
Yeah, he has that website, and right now he's got another thing started up called the Hip Fit Crew.
Okay.
And you can hit anybody up on that stuff. And from what I understand, and I haven't confirmed this myself, but somebody told me that Tony has actually been in contact about this too, because we've been trying to get him to get back in shape, because he kind of, to get married and you let yourself go a little bit and that and stuff, But it's we trying to get anybody that wants to work out, wants to either gain weight or lose weight,
right,
and show you the correct way to go about doing that and stuff. So I've been in touch with quite a few of them. Actually, there was a brother that I just ran into this past Tuesday who used to be in Purple Rain with us, who had did the little dance thing we did there, and I hadn't seen him since, oh my God, it had to have been almost 15 years or more, might even been more than that. And he came to my aerobic class, and I hadn't seen him since we separated back in the day. So it was like, to see him, it was good because he still looks great and everything, and he's doing filming project stuff now, so it's a lot different from what everybody else is doing and stuff. But I see everybody every once in a while. We're running each other. I might see Michael Bland playing somewhere. I might see Tommy playing somewhere. And Kirk still plays a lot around the city and across the world here still with other people that he's playing with too. So
conversation piece, right?
Huh?
Conversation piece? Is he still
Conversation piece and this lady called Lori Lyons, I think.
Oh,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Lori Lyons.
Right. Kind of new age.
Right.
Right.
He's playing drums for her whenever she goes out and whatever she's doing now too. So he's still keeping himself busy on that stuff as well as everything else. So Tony's just kind of married and doing his thing now. I don't even know if he's dabbling in any music anymore like he was, but I mean, who knows? He might surprise everybody and come out with something,
Right. How about Prince? Any contact? And
I've been in contact with him. I mean, we talk off and on here and there. More or less, a lot of the stuff we talk about now is more in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
We sit down and we'll study and that kind of stuff like that. And every once in a while, he might tell me he wants me to be sort of like one of the soldiers to go out and grab the rest of the guys and get them into the Bible, And for me, I mean, like I told him, I said, hey, man, you can only push just so much for anybody to be, sit down and listen to the word. They have to want to do that within them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
God will bring them in if they want. If they don't, they'll do what they want to do. So we talking every now and then, and every once in a while. I mean, the last couple of times he played here in the state, I think I went to one of the concerts and wound up being up on stage with him.
Oh, that's cool. Like old times.
Just out of the blue, it's like, hey, can I get some dancers? And I go down there, and next thing you know, I'm up there doing things with him. So.
Yeah, so a lot of history in the Minneapolis music scene, and it's I think it's great that there's new blood and doing great things such as The Core and Metropolis, and it's nice to hear great hip hop coming out of the Twin Cities.
Oh yeah.
So everybody, they should venture over to the website thecore.biz. They're redesigning, putting up some new stuff, but they got a great forum up there, and the fellas get involved and make posts and stuff like that. So sign up, say what you want to say, and then they'll respond to it for sure, right? Yeah. So, hey, listen, we should go out with a couple. I want to thank everybody. First of all.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Thanks for having us.
AD, Adonis, Frazier, and also Toki. And he's a really cool guy as well. Good luck in the marathon and in the ring to you guys. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
And
I'll be thinking about this when I'm out here sweating and raining all over.
And also Damon Dickson, who we've been enjoying all the work he's done over these years, and finally.
stage management, as well as band management, and we do a lot of work. So imaging consultant, everything.
So your website, we should give your website up.
You know what?
I think
you're gonna have to get in touch with Laura to get all that. I don't necessarily have it all in front of me, but I know it's
there's a link to it on the core.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Click onto the core stuff. You can click on the BLD Enterprise. And stuff,
yeah, BLD Enterprises,
and it all should be on there with everything. So it all goes together. So
and you can drop them an
anything
email.
that the core is doing, the BLD's there. If BLD's doing it, the core is there. So it ain't no different. Third Eye is the same way. Third Eye is a part of everything that everybody's doing too. So
yeah,
it's like one big family.
So come out and see their shows upcoming if you're in the Twin Cities at the Quest May 29th, and then the following month in Wisconsin, and then doing a big event in August in Minneapolis, right?
Yeah, so we're going to get out of here, get on the road pretty soon, so we'll see.
And you come to Connecticut. We're 1 hour from New York City, so if you're here on the Northeast, anytime, just stop by.
Okay.
So let's go out with two songs from the Core Metropolis CD. We'll start off with Lounge Out, featuring Shamay Morgan. I hope I pronounced it right. Shamay Morgan. And also a nice way they redid a snippet of the OJs right there. And then Slow It Down, featuring Larissa Ray. And thanks to everybody, the Core.
Peace.
Thanks. Peace.
Yep,
yeah.
Thanks. Damon Dickson.
Adonis, Frazier,
Toki Wright.
it's the Core. You're listening to The Upper Room with your man Joe Kelley.
He do so.